Dear brothers and sisters, this Sunday we celebrate the feast of the holy preeminent apostles Peter and Paul. What exactly do we celebrate? We don't celebrate their birthday, okay? We celebrate their martyrdom. Most likely it happened right on this day. But that's not important. Important is that for the church, the great image, the greatest achievement of these apostles is not just that they preached the gospel, but that they've ended their life in the same way as Christ, that they glorified Him, and this was the best and the most powerful testimony of them following Christ, of them taking upon themselves this cross and going up on the Golgotha and giving over their life as the sacrifice. Okay? As the Lord Himself has sacrificed His life for us. This was the greatest achievement. It's more precious than the words that they spoke, than the miracles that they've done. That was most important. And today I want to share with you some thoughts on what is the meaning, what is the spiritual meaning of both this suffering that happens on individual level, okay, of every Christian that is truly faithful to Christ, and on the level of the whole church, okay, and especially in the end times, in the very end times that we are coming into, when we hear about the great, usually it's translated tribulation, but it's a great sorrow, great pain that will come upon the whole world. Why is it going to come? What is the meaning of this? We will discover if we think deeply about what the apostles have done and how they've ended their life. Okay. During the Apostolic Lent, I've recorded a few videos about us following the apostles, and I will not repeat those things. Okay. I will focus today on something which is core to belong to Christ. Among all these apostatic, Christian denominations, 99% of them will worship the Antichrist. Okay, calling themselves Christians, they will worship the Antichrist. Okay, but we want to belong to those saints of the Apocalypse. And today we'll find the key which unites the Old Testament, Moses, with the gospel, with the preaching of the Lord, with the holy apostles, and with the revelation, with these prophecies of the end times, and of course the kingdom to come upon the second coming of the Lord. Okay. Well, before I go into that, I just want to recall, okay, what happened at that martyrdom of the apostles, okay, that both of them, they were in Rome, they were preaching in Rome, and the big tribulation began by Nero, the emperor, which was really very perverted and degraded individual, okay, and he was driven by this spirit of devil, okay, this spirit of renewal. Everything should be new and should be built by me, okay. This is what we see now with this modernity, okay, or postmodernism also, okay, this revolutionary spirit, okay. So he decided, okay, now I need to burn this Rome to build my Rome, the way I see it, okay. All this fight with tradition, okay, this also in the Protestantism, it's the same spirit. So he burned Rome. Okay, and people were not happy, of course. Many of them died, lost their relatives, lost everything. Okay, and then the devil persuaded him to, through his wife also, to do what? To blame Christians. That is, Christians who's done it, and that they are the cause of all problems. Okay, of all curse, and our gods are not helping us, etc., etc. Okay, it's until now. We now have here persecution of our church here, even in Taiwan. Okay, inspired by all the same spirit. Okay, and the Lord Himself, He was blamed that because of Him, the Romans will come conquer us. Then to the Romans they said, "Oh, you see, he is the revolutionary. He made himself king. He is a threat to you. He is a threat to everyone. Christians are a threat to everyone." Okay, and it's always been like that. The world hates Christianity, even though many people are not driven by the spirit yet, but at any moment they can become like that. Okay, so the Christians are captured, they are thrown to Colosseum, to lions, they are burnt. They're burnt as lamps during the night time, okay, to have this illumination. This is what Babylon wants. Many lights, Las Vegas, celebrations, okay, fireworks, okay, skyscrapers, great banners, and all. This is exactly same spirit. Whenever you see that spirit, just recall those Christians burnt by Nero, okay, as a fire, evening, night illumination, okay. Of course, they are proud. This is civilization. This is development. This is future. Okay, don't be part of that. Okay, so the emperor, he is doing that, and he is creating even bigger pressure on the apostles, because they have to listen to all their spiritual children, all these Christians, being burned, okay, being tortured, screaming, and they say, "You see, this is because of you. This is because of you. They have to suffer. Just throw this small little grain on the altar of the emperor. You don't have to say anything. Just do little movement, and you can go, and they can go, and everything is gonna be fine." And they knew that this is betrayal of Christ, and they haven't done it, and they have sacrificed their lives for that. But we now call them ourselves Christians, but we betray Christ every time, every day, okay, by doing all kinds of crazy stuff, okay, because we don't love Him. Okay, we need to be honest to ourselves at least. Whenever we go and sin, we are betraying Christ. We are hurting Him. Of course, we're harming ourselves, and we're depriving ourselves of the eternal kingdom. Okay, but we also betray Him. So they loved the Lord. They loved the Lord, and they remained loyal to Him till the end. Okay, and He gave them this great honor, this great glory of being killed in the same way as He did. Okay, in these sufferings, tortures, and death. Apostle Paul was beheaded as a Roman citizen, and Apostle Peter was crucified, but he asked to do it upside down, not to resemble the way that the Lord has died. Okay, because he was humble enough to say that I am nothing. I don't want to be shown as though I am Him. Okay. So this is what happened. Okay, this is what happened. And today, why do we celebrate this? It seems to be like a tragedy or something. No. This is victory. This is spiritual victory. And all the martyrs and all the early church Christians, at least, they were dreaming of dying in the same way. Okay? But not because they went and no. That the Lord can give them such honor. And He gave it to many of them. And He might give it to us. Okay? Who knows? But of course, it's not that you have to die like that to be truly Christian. Okay? But everyone have to have the same heart, the same position, the same worldview, the same courage, the same love towards Christ, if he wants to be truly Christian. And today I want to talk about this quality, which truly makes, which was always from the Old Testament time, was the spiritual mark of those who belong to God. It was not that those who were born Jew, or those who were putting some stuff on themselves, or being circumcised, or had longer prayers, okay, or who had this status of priests, for example, or something else. No. Or scribes, this learned man. No. Okay, let's read about Moses. Okay, this is Numbers chapter 12, verse 3. Now the man Moses was very humble, above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. Well, most English translations translate this word meek, which is wrong. Okay. The word praus it's a Greek word. It doesn't mean meek. By no sense, okay, it's not meek. It's not someone who is gentle, who is easy to deal with and stuff like that. Or kind. It's not kind. Okay, it has a very different meaning. It's not exactly humble. Okay, I've just translated it as humble, but there are two words. Okay, this praus and tapinos. Okay, in English, both of them can be translated humble, but there might be a better word. Okay, I need to think about it more. Okay, but this gives us a key to who are the chosen ones, why Moses was chosen. And the Lord who said, come to me and learn from me, because I am humble. You see, it's humble and humble in the heart. It's two words, okay, usually translated as meek and humble, but not meek, okay. Learn from me. This is the main thing you need to learn from me. This is what he said. Not some deep theology or something else. Learn to be like me in your heart, in your attitude to others. Okay? And he was called the second Moses, because now he brings people not just from Egypt, he brings people out of the slavery of sin. And he brings whom? He brings his people. He came, Apostle Matthew says, he came to save his people from their sins. Not to save the Israelites, okay, no. Not just to save the Jews, to save his people, the people who belong to him. Not ethnicity. So, how to become this part of this people of God? How to do that? Okay, in the Psalms, in the prophets, Isaiah, Zephaniah, and many others, we find this concept. find this concept in the Hebrew word, Hebrew language. It's anaf. Anaf. Anaf means the one who is humble towards people. Okay, you can be humbled with respect to yourself. This is the state of your. This is how you look at yourselves. This is usually what we mean by humbleness. That you don't find that you are worthy of something, that you are better than someone, that you possess something that is your own. Okay, but you are humble in your heart. Okay, but this anaf is how you express your attitude towards God and towards people. So it's praus or anaf. It is our attitude. And Moses, he was remember when he was criticized by his brother, by his sister, by Aaron, by the people, also by these Israelites, he did not speak back. He didn't speak, oh, you yourself, this. He never done it. He just kept silent. He could. It's not weakness. Okay? It's not meekness. No. It's this humbleness. People criticize you, you listen. You listen, you make conclusions about how you need to improve. Okay? How people perceive you. You don't speak back. You don't defend yourself. So when the Lord was condemned and he was trialed, he kept silent. Why? That's why. Not because he was weak, he was afraid. Because he was meek. Not meek in the sense of English meek. He was enough. And unless we are enough, unless our church leaders are enough, okay, people cannot be part of the people of God. Anavim, this plural, becomes like a term for the people of God, and you find it in the Psalms and in the prophets. It's going through the whole Scripture, and then we see it in the New Testament. This is what the Lord's preaching is all about. This is what the Beatitudes are all about. Okay, blessed are the poor in spirit. This is talking about the humbleness in that sense that I've just described, tapinos in Greek. And then later he says, blessed are the meek, the anavim, because they will inherit the earth. Those, this also means this humble, this praus. They are not trying to gain power. They let others. You want? Okay, take it. They're not seeking their own advantage. Okay, and this makes them the ones who will inherit the earth. This is also straightforward logic. If you're trying to gain something for yourself here, and you already possess this and that, why God needs to give you something else later as a reward? You gained whatever you wanted, okay, and you possess stuff, okay, then you won't be given. Okay, so let us deeply think about these things. These are the people of the Revelation, the saints with whom Antichrist will wage war. This will not be like just some organization or some church or something. It will be truly only the people who are truly people of God, the Anavim of those days. Okay, and they will become martyrs. Okay, so these are the people who overcome these temptations of the world, and they are the ones who overthrow Antichrist. And we can see it from the temptations. There are 3 temptations that the devil gives to the Lord. And all these 3 temptations is about the same thing. About receiving some external help, some physical, material benefit, okay, to solve your problem. The Lord was hungry. He said, okay, if these stones make them bread, you can eat it and you'll be fine. Okay, or jump, you won't be hurt. The Lord will protect you. Okay, this expectation of this external help, okay, external salvation, that we can be saved without God. And then finally, of course, I'll give you all the power in the world, just bow to me. This is what he wants, this spirit, this evil, dark, polluted, abominable spirit. He wants people to worship him. How ugly is that? And all those who serve him, who choose the world, they do worship him, they do sacrifice to him every day. This is insane. So he can give you some rewards, okay, if you become his worshipper. But it comes at a cost that you become a slave of him, and you lose this chosenness. You are departing from the path that you could follow if you would follow Christ, if you would choose love. All the heretics go that way, unless they repent and throw that away. Okay, and another quality about these people, we read in the Psalms that they listen to God, they hear his words. And the Lord always says, why you don't listen? You have ears but you don't hear. Okay, because you are not anavim, you are not that. This is spiritual. It's not about just knowing something. It's about loving Christ or not loving him. It's just as simple as that. If you do love him, then you will want to take up your cross. You will rejoice, because he says these anavim, they rejoice. They rejoice because they are with the Lord. It's when you are not, you cannot truly rejoice, because you serve mammon. You are worried about anything, about the economy, about property, about your relationship with someone, about many different things, about future, about government. You complain. This is Cainite spirit, okay? The different ways of expressing it, but it's all apostasy. And those who are with God, who are anavim, they feel that God is keeping them. They feel that it's not this protection of money, security, government, relationship. No, it's me being loyal with God that gives me true joy. And this is this great rejoicing that people who are anavim, they have any time. They cannot get into depression, into other stuff like that. Okay. So the apostles, they open up this way to many. This way, this path to Christ, this path to salvation, to resurrection. And we should not be surprised or afraid of the upcoming tribulations that are coming. Okay, we can understand now why Apostle Paul tells us, I'm receiving all this suffering until now. We are like garbage in this world. This world doesn't want us. And those to whom he addressed this, they were stable, they were fine. If it would be today, they would say, "Oh, it's your problem. You have problem. It's your problem. We don't have problem. We have the bank account. We have this. We have that. We are fine. So why are you telling us these things? You have problem. Go solve your problem. Or we pray for you." No, but that was exactly what showed that they are not with God. That they are fine. How are you doing? I'm fine. You know? This kind of spirit is antichrist. You either believe or you want others to believe that always everything is fine and you are fine, and this is blindness. This is spirit of this world that we have nowadays. Okay, and this is why true Christians need to be preparing themselves for great tribulations, both on individual level and on the church level, and on the world level, for that matter. Because this world will suffer badly from the sins of man, but those who will pay for it the most will be those people of God. Okay. Of course, everybody will suffer, but the people who are truly loyal to Christ, they will suffer the most. You can be sure about that. May the Lord give us strength, give us courage, give us this joy, give us truly to be in these footsteps of the apostles, and if He will give us this participation in this glory, we ask Him to give us also the strength to go through this. I mean, Merry Feast of the Holy Apostles, dear brothers and sisters. I mean.